Welcome back, everybody. It is your six covered. Appreciate you showing up. It's Monday. Boo, Mondays. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I had a busy weekend. It was fun. Let's see who got first place. We got Snake Man, 48, got first place. Manuel Lopez got second. Steve Headley, Carrie Emery. Pop S is out there. Welcome. 45 Auto, Chris Estes, Bravado Racing, Stratos 27, and the famous Ken West is out there. So I'm waiting for, I didn't want to be late, so I'm waiting for Matt P to show up. And we got X-Ring showing up. We're going to do a little bit of Kestrel, how to download it. There was some questions out there. What's up, Bald and Curious? Yeah, two shadows. There's two of me, my split personality. This is the good Rick, and that's the evil Rick. So a little bit of Kestrel work. Someone had wanted to get some information on how to download from your phone to the Kestrel, do update kind of junk. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll have some fun, and we'll see where we go. See what kind of topics come up. Have some fun. I was talking to a gentleman today. I don't want to say his name in case he doesn't want his name said, but he had asked about the Area 419 ARCA Swiss rail, and he has a CZ, and he's deciding whether to get that and kind of what options. I basically had a bunch of questions, and we went over that, and I said, well, the key thing is if you're going to run that ARCA Swiss rail is you need to be able to run a bipod. So right now, what's up? Tank Frank, Tree Feller, Six Rudders, Tyler Orth, and Eagle Eye Shooting. If you guys don't know, Eagle Eye Shooting is sponsoring this channel tonight with Desert Precision Gunworks. Get over to Eagle Eye Shooting. That's his YouTube channel, but he has a business out in Arizona where he makes beautiful, kick-ass tack driving rifles. So go take a look at Desert Precision Gunworks. Robert Warren's out there. Mark Hedrick, Manuel Lopez said order Kestrel should be arriving tomorrow. Total knob. So tonight's topics are timely. Yeah, no. Even if you have a Kestrel for a while, the thing does a ton of information that you may or may not ever use. It is definitely good to have a Kestrel. That's what kind of saves your bacon when you go to these matches in different states. Without that information, it would be very tough to try to, between all the temperature changes, the elevations, depending on how crappy the weather is, barometric pressure, and all that stuff plays into how that bullet's going to fly in the air. So better than losing a bunch of hits trying to figure out, like this last match on Sunday, yesterday, there was no zeroing, so you didn't zero. So you're hoping everything was good. You had to start off with whatever you had and hope for the best, basically. Drew Bradley says it well. He says thumbs up. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, go ahead and we'll get started here shortly. Hopefully these knuckleheads show up. Mark Hedrick, welcome. Abigail's out there, the famous Abigail Finnegan. Let's see here. Richard Arthur, welcome. Let's see, I've been here sooner, but I had to watch a damn commercial where I hit the skip button. Yeah, I know. Mr. John Kreideman, welcome to the show, buddy. So you guys, I don't know. I've been trying to download this. I've been trying to edit this video of Saturday's match. I haven't even got to Sunday yet. There's like an hour's worth of freaking video. I put that one match stage up that was 45 minutes, and it seemed like not everybody, I won't say everybody because that would be dumb. A lot of people really enjoyed this thing, and it was long. So I'm doing the next one, and hell, I'm falling asleep trying to edit the thing. So I kind of sped everybody up to double speed. And then, I don't know what. It's tough editing videos, let me tell you, especially when You're like, oh my gosh. Born to be a shooter, Josh. Welcome. Speaking of your shirt, a bad day at the shooting range sure beats a good day of working. That is well said. Oh, Bald and Curious going on a road trip this summer. Tennessee, Kansas, Texas, and back to New York. Going to stop by in Oklahoma to meet Big Al. Oh, that'll be cool. Big Al's a nice guy. Chris Smith, what is up? Rafflemania, yo, yo, yo. Let's see. TB's out there, the famous TB. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, he says. So, I don't know. What the voiceover thing, I might do it for a little portion of it and then just show the rest of the people shooting. Tell me what you guys think. It's kind of one of those videos. You're either going to like it because you're going to find stuff that you learn from it, if that's even your cup of tea. But there is good information in there to watch, especially like Dick Hedges. He's trying to get a 22 match set up down in Florida. So being able to see all those different stages, can be very beneficial. And other people like Todd Bailey out there. I don't know if he's out here right now. There's Gordon. There's a lot of information just by watching the video. I don't need to be yapping through the whole thing, but there's Dick Hedges right there. So it makes it kind of nice. TB says, please hit the like button for Is Your Six Covered? Thinks it helps him grow the channel. It does. It somehow, I don't know how, the algorithms basically are saying that when you guys hit the thumbs up button, it's putting it closer to the top for people to, if they're just jumping on YouTube for some reason, looking to how to change a spark plug or something, it'll pop up in their little window a little bit easier. Also, sorry for kind of being MIA. I work closing shift till 10. Abigail, don't ever apologize. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully everybody else is doing well. Did anybody get a chance to go shooting this weekend? Did you go to any matches? Did you go have some fun? I know there's quite a few matches in the area. There was some Area 6 USPSA stuff. There was stuff going on all over the place. So tell me if you went anywhere fun. Gordon's out there. Welcome, Gordon. Big Country's out there. What's up, Big Country? Let's see. Scoring me some rifle primers. 1000 CCI 450s and 400s. Dang, look at you go, Carrie Emery. It's freaking nice. It's like gold right now. Let's see. I enjoyed that competition video you and Mr. X do. There is so much info in them. Who things work at each location and setup. I appreciate it, Drew. Yeah, I have an hour of just Saturday's video. And then on Sunday's video, there was only 3 of us. So it was Kreiderman, Bill Sweeney, and myself. And I think we got video of every stage. There was only 8 stages. And I will say that place has an amazing location. They put up, covered buildings everywhere, get out of the rain, get out of the sun, places to park all your gear. Well, if there is a torrential downpour, which does happen, you guys will see when I do get that one video up and running, you will see Mr. Bill Sweeney getting drenched while he's on the stage. Time started, and then it just buckets fell on him. I'm exaggerating buckets, but it rained pretty darn good on him, and unfortunately he was just a shooter at the time that was up. The rest of us would have had to deal with the same thing, but unfortunately Bill was the unfortunate one on that one. Tree Feller says, I shot at a local NRL here in Brisbane, Australia. That's awesome. Thought it was a train wreck, but actually took out. Dang, nice. You thought you had a train wreck and got a second place. Okay. Congratulations. That's freaking awesome. Do you have the sweet tea on deck tonight? I do, Matt. Actually, this is the same one as last night, so I didn't drink much. And I hear monsters at the door. Oh, just one monster.
The other monster right behind me.
The other monster's right behind you?
Yes.
All right. We got, see, Zero, the new voodoo, having feeding issues, following a follower as we speak. Yeah, definitely take a look at it.
Whoops.
And we're going to have a broken phone. Dick Hedges on those voodoo followers, you're basically going to go all the way almost to the bottom of that mold. You're going to see the mold thing that I'm talking about, where it's all the normal height of the mold, that piece. You're going to cut it all the way down to the edge of that thing.
Hold on. He doesn't want to mess this up.
No, you don't want to mess this up. So we'll make sure you yeah, that's a good picture actually.
If this is the top of your follower, you basically want to go from here and go down to that line right here.
Yeah,
Okay?
leave a hair of it.
Yeah, leave just a hair of it, but that's the angle you want. Made a huge difference in my feeding.
And don't mess
with this flat spot.
Yeah. There you go. You'll be golden after that. Basically just hung out.
The whiteboard. No.
Dun 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 dun.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, and big thanks to everyone that subscribed to Mini X's channel. She's
at
excited.
100 and what was it, 18 or something? Some crazy number, which is pretty cool. So Tree Feller shot his first local NRL match and got a second place.
Nice. NRL 22 or 22X?
NRL 22.
Oh, well, that's good. That's awesome. I think they shoot those out to 100 here in Brisbane, Australia. Nice.
Yep. Mark Hedrick says, went shooting with some fellas from work. Helped zero in some rifles.
Nice.
That's cool.
People got some shooting in today.
Yeah, I'd asked if anybody got a chance to do some shooting this weekend. No, I spent the week cleaning the house. A little time cleaning the shop. Yeah. Yes, thank goodness, man. It was nice today. Today would have been a great day to go shooting.
Hold on, you skipped a bunch.
Well, the computer.
All right there, Riflemania. Says he's only got 400 rounds of Center X left. So he's shooting junk ammo, practicing positions to use larger targets. Nice.
Yeah, and someone had asked, I think it might have even been Born to be a Shooter Josh, maybe a few days ago, maybe a week ago, using that high velocity kind of ammo for practicing.
Yeah.
But I think it's the way to go. I hear the door ringing.
What's up, TB? Here comes the other knucklehead.
See,
it's open.
Just turn the knob. Damn rookies.
Wrong way.
Oh, you did bring it. Oh, yeah. How's your back?
Yeah, from carrying
that trophy.
Oh, I think that's from the day at work.
You guys don't understand how big that trophy is. Ella could barely even carry the dang thing.
I think she stood with it like this.
They spent. Josh had said they spent $800 on all them trophies.
600.
Was it $600? Yeah. $600. That's freaking awesome.
Matt, big winner. Come on, get in here.
Come on, get your booty in here. Let's see, we got Nancy Mink. Got my first voodoo all set up, Nancy said.
Nice.
Hell yeah, shooting tomorrow. What scope you gonna run, Nancy? Kreideman says he enjoys watching the videos. Birds aren't real. Let's see, Australia. Dang it, bounced up again.
What's up, Jackson?
All right, you guys are slacking on the thumbs up. If you just got here, hit the thumbs up button. There's Jackson.
Tree Fella says Oliver's mags are the black followers, so do you need to adjust those? What we heard from Chris and those guys were the black followers were really tailored more for the Heelys. I don't know if you need to adjust them or not, but your black follower was filed down as well, and that came from Chris.
Yeah, that's the one I do use that one more than any of them, but I haven't had any issues with
Do a little bit, try it. Do a little bit, try it.
Yeah, he says basically you got to try it.
Thanks, Jackson.
Especially if you're at the range, you can bring some simple.
Get that big old thing over there.
Yeah,
show everybody how big that thing is.
Come on, we got.
Don't do like the bass where you hold it like this. They got to see how big
this thing's a monster. It's gonna hurt us. He's gonna pull the muscle.
You will poke an ie out with this thing.
Yeah, it's freaking.
Those
bad.
Griffin wings are dangerous.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, it's wider than his shoulders.
Here, let me hide behind it.
Yeah, you hide behind it.
Look at that.
All metal.
No, they're very nice.
Look at that. Third place for Mr. Matt P. Welcome, Caitlin. You being all quiet.
Somebody's gonna stay up all night tonight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. You should mount that to the front of your car. Just drive around with it. Let's see. We need to get you a digital whiteboard so you can project Ray's drawings on the background.
Yeah.
What we need to do is figure out how to actually see, because Tim Davis, he would know. He's got the technology. He's got the power.
Oh, we need to try this.
Congrats to Ella. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that little corner. Congrats to Ella on the new channel.
I think that channel's gonna be very good.
We'll see.
It's probably got more subscribers than me by now. Yeah, it was the one who asked about the blazer ammo. Yeah, born to be a shooter. That's right. Yeah, so he's got blazer ammo, clinking, to just practice positional shooting. He was kind of, as long as you know the dope for it, I told him. Soon Rick will have his own trophy.
Yep, that's.
I don't want a stinking trophy.
Thanks, Richard Stevens. I think she'll do well. We'll see.
Let's see, headed down to K&M at the end of the month to get some up close and personal training by the gang over at 6GT. It's all warmed up. Nice.
All right, so we've got 71 people in here. I think it's a good time to do it. I know a lot of you are very, very comfortable with your Kestrels, or maybe you don't have a Kestrel. If you're going to go down the road of NRL 22X or PRS rimfire, other than your rifle and ammunition, what is the one must-have?
Other than the Kestrel?
No. We're not talking. I mean, other than the rifle and the ammunition, what would be the next thing you'd have to have?
Kestrel.
Got to have the Kestrel. Okay. Now, whether that's Kestrel or ballistic app, that's up to you. I think the Kestrel is going to do better for you.
Hey, where is your whiteboard? Let me see that thing.
It's less to keep up with. And so at a viewer's request, there's something I want to cover. I'm going to let you guys see it. We'll try to get it focused in as best we can while he's drawing his picture. So
Tree Feller, we talked about this. Yeah, definitely arrange them targets by yourself.
Yeah, Kestrel is a must-have to compete at the highest level. And that's what Tyler Orth is saying, and I am going to 100% agree with you. Can you do it? And I've mentioned this before in the past. It's probably been 8 months ago since we talked about it. The very first long-range match Matt and I did, how many years ago was that?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. We shot that at Virginia International Raceway, and it was the Nordic Components Long Range Championship. We only went with the Strelok Pro. And it worked. It worked well enough to win. But I struggled a little bit, okay? I'm not going to say it's not good. It's a great ballistic app. So is Applied Ballistics. But like Tyler said, to compete at the highest level, you want a Kestrel. The problem with the Kestrel, and there's some great tutorials, there's some great videos that Kestrel puts out, is you need to be familiar with how to use it. What did I miss here?
No, I had talked to Gordon on the phone today, and I said, you need to get a bipod. He wants to get it. So he was the one that called, in case you guys were wondering. He wants to switch out a CZ, have an arc on the bottom. And I'm like, well, you need to have a Kestrel, a bipod that works.
Okay, I need to pose this question. This is for both of you. Would you buy a Kestrel if you had to choose, and somebody said, you're going to shoot a match tomorrow? You can either have a Kestrel with the knowledge to know how to use it, or a bipod. What would you do?
You can't.
You got your bags. You have your bags.
You got to have a bipod, though.
You would
I'd get a Kestrel.
I'd get a Kestrel, hands down.
Because I didn't have a bipod.
If you didn't
borrow,
you know what?
Exactly.
You can have, guys. You can have $1,000 SkyPod, and without a Kestrel, you are going to lose. Okay, you're not going to win.
If you have.
Thank you, everybody, on the congratulations.
No, those are the only two things you can have. I didn't say Strelok Pro, ballistics.
No, I'm saying you already have your phone. You already have your phone with you.
Well, maybe they don't want to spend the money on that to buy
$14.
Okay, buy a Caldwell or buy the cheapest bipod you could. You're going to tell me you would take a bipod over a Kestrel?
How many stages?
The match we just shot this weekend.
You need a bipod. I needed the
match
bipod.
We shot on Saturday
4 times Sunday. Had to have a bipod. Didn't matter what kind of bipod.
You could have the best bipod in the world. If you don't have the data to go out a distance, how are you going to do it?
Yeah, but see, an app on the phone is basically
I tell you what, next match.
No.
I'll take a Kestrel, no bipod. You take a bipod, no Kestrel, and let's see how we do.
You better
You don't want to
You
take
need a
that.
bipod.
You don't want to take that.
bet. Write all that dope down on that.
Don't you love it? See, Tyler says a bipod will not make or break you. Kestrel will, in my opinion, and he's 100% correct. I'll argue that to the end of the show here. Kestrel or some type of ballistic app is a must-have, and having it down on a piece of paper.
You just said it.
What's that?
You said some type of. So you don't need a Kestrel.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question.
Well,
So
your
every time
before
before we shoot a match,
because you
don't you love it? Don't you love it?
I can take stray lock as long as you had a Kestrel, input the data into it as far as the actual
I would
right
take a
on the
Kestrel on
ground.
my bipod. So anytime we go to a match, before we go to a match, we always try to hit the cornfield a couple days before the match just to verify our dope. I always take a picture of that data. Now, it's going to be tough to see here. I know you're like, boy, that's pretty rudimentary. You've got 100, 200, 300, okay? Those are standards for that week. Now, my location's going to change. Environmentals are going to change, but at least I've got something. And I always have that data card with me.
Kreiderman hit it. Shoot with a friend with a bipod.
Yeah.
So Kreiderman did that forever. He did it for
I'm
quite
right
a
there
while.
with
He's still
He
doing
did
it.
it forever.
Kreiderman's
Somebody
still
will
doing
loan
it.
you a bipod. That somebody loaning you a Kestrel is going to do you no good, okay?
That's
Because it's
true.
not going to be your data. Is there any discount code on a Kestrel? Not that I know of.
They're
Well, this is
expensive.
why I drew this out. This is where the Kestrel failed me.
Okay.
This is the long range. So what we got here.
It's failure to
That's
communicate.
it. Just tilt it at the right angle.
So this is the shooting position.
I like that, man.
You
down
got
there.
250, 350, 400. These are berms. We could only get our wind direction and wind speed from the position we're shooting at. When you looked in between each one of these berms, the wind, what do you think? It was gusting probably double what you could get here.
Correct.
So you had to be very good at reading the wind out at other distances, only because you could get the wind here. You can't get it down here. And it was funneling through these berms and just basically doubled.
Yeah,
That's
and,
what-
and I
that's
know
what it
that
caught
range.
me.
And I told you guys, everything on that right-hand side is a bear.
Oh, yeah,
Even with 5.56.
You warned us.
Yeah, at 500-600 yards, those things are insane when
But
you're
see,
shooting
that's-
center fire.
In my opinion, that's where the Kestrel is going to fail you.
Dick, Chris has a bipod on even when he's not using a bipod.
Chris is highly against bipods. If you join PRS, there is a Kestrel discount code, Expert Voice too. Awesome. Good to know, Joe M. And that's why we shared this information. 6 rudders. I've got to get your package shipped out tomorrow. I do appreciate the order, but let's go ahead and let's forget the whole bipod Kestrel question. Let's answer a couple questions that are very important. Number one is you need to be familiar on how to use your Kestrel, of course. But the biggest thing is make sure you link the Kestrel up to your Kestrel app so that you have that profile backed up on your phone. Because at some point it will happen. It happened to me in the beginning. It happened to Rick recently. He lost and he has no way of retrieving any of his 6.5 Creedmoor Tika data. He doesn't have his 6 Creedmoor data. All that's gone forever because he did an update, didn't have it backed up on his phone. So what we're going to do is we'll spend just a few minutes showing you guys how to do that. It's very, very simple. And then I'll go through my process of what I do at a match. What you do might differ a little, but we've got some guys on here that are very familiar with it. If there's something that you do differently, then please chime in on that. Maybe Tyler, you do it differently. I'm not sure, but whenever I change geographic locations, so we drove 4 hours, that's definitely enough to change it. Even if I'm traveling an hour, the first thing I do, and I think we all do it now, but then again, you guys kind of learn that from me on what I do, and maybe it's not the right way.
I'd be a lost dog if it wasn't right.
As soon as I get there to the match, and I'm in the general vicinity of the match, what I'm going to do is compass calibrate. And so that's going to give me a location of where I'm located, okay, on the earth. So you can go into target and you can go into direction of fire, and there is compass calibrate in that. I'll just show you guys really quickly. And for those that know, then it'll just be a quick refresher and you can take a sip of your drink or whatever. basically we turn it on, and then what we're going to do is give it a second to fire up. And let's see if you can get that to focus where I don't have a glare on this. This is always tough. Let me do this backlight. That's going to make it worse. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to target. It's on target right now. And when I hit target, and can you hold that whiteboard behind it so it'll focus?
Maybe flip it around like that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, much better. All right, so right there is target. So if I hit target, excuse me. I gotta look and do this at the same time. So it's on target right now. When I hit target, direction of fire, you guys see that DOF right there? When I hit that, you see that right here, it says compass calibrate. That's what I want to do. And so then I'm going to hit compass calibrate, the enter, and then I'm going to hit start. I'm going to rotate it slowly for 30 seconds. It used to not do this. They've changed the menu up a little bit, but with the new update, that's what it's going to be. So that's going to tell me the location of where I'm at. Now, that's the first thing. Then I'll go ahead and do an environmental, which you're just basically going down to environment, and I put it on live. I spin it for about 5 to 8 seconds, and then I lock it. Okay, I don't leave mine on live, because there are times I've seen Rick do it. They'll take their Kestrel, they'll lay it down, and the sun's just baking on it. The temperature's starting to rise on it, and it's going to throw your calculations off. You guys know, regardless of whether you're shooting center fire or shooting rim fire, as temperatures go up, bullet impacts go up. Okay, plain and simple fact. That's just the way it works. So the first thing you do is you're going to go to your zero range, right? Almost every match we've been to, they've had a zero range with the exception of one. It's usually 50 yards and that's it. When we got to this match this Saturday, the temperature was a lot higher. The location was different than where we're coming from the mountains here. And all my impacts were high, quite a bit high. So were Ella's. I'm going to go ahead and recommend you go ahead and re-zero your scope. Okay, go ahead and reset your zero stop. Get quick with it. Learn how to do that, because otherwise you're going to be adding 1/10 or maybe 2/10 if it's, you know, a hotter region to all of your data. All of your data is going to change across the board, and you're going to be guessing throughout most of the day. Now, just remember, this isn't a Bible. It's going to get you pretty dang close, but it's not going to be exact. Okay. So anything you guys want to add to that so far? And if I missed any questions?
Well, I'll give you an example. So when you're taking direction of fire, so Kreideman, I'll give you an example. He wouldn't mind.
Well, I'm going to go over that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do on this is make it just real quick. And see, this is a good point. Carrie Emery says, if you're in an area that doesn't have cell phone, does your Kestrel still work? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This does not use any type of cell phone signal.
That's the plus.
That's the beauty of it. Okay. The other thing is this is not going to overheat like a cell phone will when you lay it down on a stage and it's 95 degrees outside and you get over temp, and now you can't get that data from your phone. And then it's your turn to shoot. The first target's at 700 yards. We'll talk about center fire. And you're like, well, geez, I think it's this.
Oh, I've never done what C. Beck's talking about.
What's that?
Or input the offset into your Kestrel.
Yeah, you can do that. And that's actually used for suppressors as well. That's really good to do. So I'm glad C. Beck brought that up. Is anytime you hang a suppressor on there, you're typically going to have a point of impact shift. So what you can do is put that offset into there, and then that way you don't have to re-zero. For me, especially with the burrs, it only takes me, I can probably reset my zero turret stops or zero stops and all in less than 1 minute. So it's easier for me just to do that, and I've got it. I don't have to mess with anything, but good point.
I did notice, though, at the match, the first 4 rounds, when I was zeroing it Saturday, once that barrel heated up, it went back to my zero. So make sure you're warm. Your barrel's warm.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that. I shot about 15 rounds, did a 15-shot group, and they were all pretty much one hole, but they were all about 3/4 of an inch high.
Six Rudders has a question.
Okay, so when I initially set mine up and wanted to get my location from my phone, is that a one-time thing? No, you'll need to do that every time you change locations. Is you're going to want to change. You're going to want to do what I just showed you there, and compass calibrate it. Okay, I think that's going to help because this is going to come up now on what I'm getting ready to show you. So we've spun it up. We've got the environmentals. It knows the temperature, humidity, all that, figuring out your air density, altitude. And let's say you go to your first stage. And your first stage is, let's say, 125 yards. We're talking about rimfire here, so we'll keep the number small. 25 or 125 yards and 175 yards. Okay.
So can I give me that thing? Go ahead. All right. All right.
Why'd you write it backwards?
I don't know. All right. Can you get a little closer? I'm trying to get this glare off. There we go. Hold on. All right. There we go. Perfect focus. So let's go back into this. And
can you hit them buttons with them fat fingers?
guys, you see where it says mode ballistics? I don't know if I've ever went into easy or weather. I always just keep it on ballistics. And make sure Bluetooth is off when you are not tethered up to your phone. You also want the link function. Get the 5700 link. It's going to help you in the long run. Trust me. So if I want to pair this to my phone, and this was the whole purpose of this, I'm going to have to turn the Bluetooth on. So now the Bluetooth is on, and it will be able to talk to my phone. So let me grab my phone here.
What the hell?
And what I'm going to do is go to this app right here. Okay, it looks like a little Kestrel bird. I'm going to click on it. And it's saying update available. No, I don't want to do an update right now.
Don't do it.
Now, I know it's not quite focused. Sorry, guys. Trying to do the best I can with this. I want to connect to device. Okay, so I hit connect to device. Make sure that's the serial number on the back. This one ends in 48. So I know that is the right one. So what I'm going to do now is hit that button right there, and it is attempting to connect to the device. It says connection in progress. It's talking about this update. I don't want to cancel or upgrade right now. I'm just going to let it do its thing. So once it tries to, man, come on, focus. So once it starts to do the connection, and I'm always going to recommend you build the profile in the app itself, not in the Kestrel. The Kestrel just takes too long. It's better just to send it from one to the other. This is going to take a second. So, hey, why is it taking so long? And sometimes that happens, but of course it's going to happen while we're live. Let's stop for a minute. Let them do that while this is connecting.
I always put my Kestrels in my pouch and then in my bag. Same with my.
Amen.
Okay, of course, as soon as I sit down.
Glad I seen we have an update.
Hang on.
Okay, so he's grabbing something else. Oh, he's grabbing a drink. Okay, so once we do that, then what I want to do now is go into gun profile management. Okay. Now, guys, do you see this green connection right there where it says connection? That means it is connected. I know you can't make the color out, but that is a lime green. If it weren't connected, that would be grayed out. Okay. Now, you'll also see in bright yellow, get profiles. This is how you are going to get a profile that's in this Kestrel into this phone. Or if I wanted to choose, let's say, this proof, okay, this proof rifle right here, the TAC-3, then all I have to do is go to select up at the top. I select it, and that's going to bring these check marks. And then what I can do is then hit this, the proof TAC, it's checked. And now you guys can see on the app, it says send profile. I don't want to send that to this. So I'm going to uncheck that and get back out of that. But that's how I send them back and forth to each other. So I want to make sure that this profile that I have for this Voodoo, and the reason I'm bringing this up, and I'm not going to call her name out or anything, but someone had just gotten a Kestrel. And they contacted me and asked me to do a favor for them. And what they wanted me to do is they had an 18-inch Voodoo with an MTU contour, and they were shooting center X, and they wanted to know if I would load my profile onto their Kestrel. And I said, you really need to learn how to do that on your own so that you're very familiar with it, but I don't mind if you want to ship it to me. He shipped it to me. I uploaded the profile, sent it to him. Now, he texted me today. He actually went shooting today with it, and with that, he actually, I'm going to read you the text right here. I shot a steel plate at 553 yards and broke clays at 425 yards.
Nice.
Which that's impressive in the first place.
That is very impressive.
One user doesn't fit all. Okay. I told him it would get him close,
but every rifle's different. All the ballistics are going to be different. The velocities are different. But I can tell you, we all run with all 6 of our Voodoos total.
Yeah,
it's within a 10th. Okay, so you're shooting that lot of center X. It's a quick way to do it. We also did it for Kreidemann when he got his Kestrel. We just uploaded our profile into that. I'm not saying this is the know-all be-all profile, but we put a lot of time building it, and it works for our data. But you need to send that back to your phone so that if you ever lose it on an update, you've got it backed up and you can send it.
I still need to true it out and check and go through paces.
Correct.
And you can fat thumb it and screw stuff up too. So you got to be careful what buttons you're in.
Correct. Well, let's catch up on some questions because I know I've been running my mouth.
Tyler Orr says you could cover how we save everything so it doesn't get cleared. It will help others out so they don't lose their info.
Yep.
Losing your info sucks. I mean,
look
like,
who's on.
Huge.
Eagle Eye Shooting.
All right.
What's up,
I did
Kenny?
it already.
Oh, you already did it?
Yeah.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Kenny.
Good.
Kenny's actually finishing up and starting on a build for me. It's Bighorn. It's the TL3. Chose the Bartlein barrel, and I'm going to go with the 28-inch. It's 6 Creedmoor, and it's a at the muzzle at 28 inches. It's 1.030. So it'll be a fat boy. Maybe not as fat as yours, but
Hey, Kenny, can we get something etched into the side of that thing?
all right.
We can write a whole novel down that thing.
So now let's get into the nitty gritty of it. We are
Nitty gritty.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably need you to hold that up so they can see this if you don't mind.
Lord,
Okay.
the clock.
The clock. This is like work, but we do this for our viewers, right? Isn't that right, Rick?
Yeah, that's
All right,
right.
guys. So we've done our environmental. We have our profile in here. So if you see gun, it says new voodoo. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually, that's what it says. Can you come a little closer? Maybe it'll go a little better. There it goes. New voodoo. So now what I want to do is I want to go to my target. And I'm going to hit target. And then I want to go to direction of fire because my target is going to be facing that direction right there. That's what I want to do is I want to aim the back of this directly towards my target array. And I'm going to hit direction of fire. And then it's going to, you guys can read where it says capture. It's the next one down. That's capture. What I want to do is I want to capture that direction of fire. Once I do that, that is going to give it a location of the direction I'm going to be firing my rounds. Okay. So you've told it how many degrees of azimuth you're going to be shooting this target array. Now, you might have to swing a little bit, the general direction. Now you need to tell it wind, okay? Wind is very, very important, right? So now I'm going to go down here to wind.
Pay attention, Kreidemann.
Pay attention, yeah. I'm going to hit wind. You'll see wind speed 1. You have to come a little closer there, Matt. There we go. So you'll see wind speed 1 and wind speed 2. We want to forget about those. These are at 0 right now. We're going to go wind direction. And it says capture. What we're going to do is point the back of this in the direction of the wind. So we're going to pretend it is coming from 230. Okay. They don't need to see this part. If you don't mind blowing a little bit into this. So I'm just going to go down and say capture.
Blow on it, Rick.
Now
I'm
you're
going to say capture.
Blow on it, Rick.
You ready? You want to blow into this?
All you gotta do is blow into the damn thing.
No, but it'll be the wrong direction.
Well, just flip it over.
I'm not blowing on
I
it.
ain't blowing on
All
that
right,
damn thing.
so it's on start capture. So here we go.
He's like, blow on it.
Now I'm the gust. It's not
Harder,
blowing.
harder.
So I've gusted this to where it was. Now make sure you open that up. Now let's end my capture. So based on that, you guys are going to see if I get the focus. It was a 3 mile an hour low to 5 mile an hour high.
You're fired.
And that was from 11:30 because I couldn't get one of these dicks to blow into it when I was holding it at 3 o'clock. And the reason I needed to show you guys this was when you go to your dope. So right now the target, I've got it set for 200 yards. You're going to see 0.3 and 0.4. So 0.3 to 0.4 of wind hold is what it's recommending. You don't have to take that as gospel. What you can do is go back into wind and say, I don't like those numbers. I think that was about 6 miles an hour, and I want to see what maybe 2 miles an hour is, okay? So now I'm going to exit. I'm trying to do this all in reverse, and now you'll see I'm going to be somewhere between about 0.2 of a mil to almost half a mil. So that'll give you an idea of bracketing. Okay, so that's what you've got to do for wind in order to get as much information, good information, you know, junk in, junk out. You want good information going in. Another thing you need to really take into consideration, and for those of you that bought SIG binoculars, they're great. They work great, but they don't have a mill ranging reticle. Okay, you don't have a reticle inside of that. I do carry my spotting scope with me to these matches, and it's very helpful because a lot of times you're not going to be able to glass the targets with your scope when your rifles are set. So I'll set up the tripod, and I will glass the target and say, that is a 1 mil target at that distance. So I don't need to dial anything in, guys. If that thing just told me it's the worst case scenario and me bumping up a mile per hour was 0.5 mil, I'm not going to miss the target. I'm still going to catch the edge of it. So I might favor one edge or the other, but that's how you have to think. Don't read so much into it if the target size is pretty gracious. As the targets get smaller, you do want to use that reticle to look at that target size and say, whoa, I'm going to be off. Yeah, if that's a 6 mile an hour wind and that's a 0.5 mil target, then I'm going to miss it. And I am going to have to make a correction. So try to think of it logically in that way, if that makes sense.
That's well said. That is well said.
Hopefully that information helps. The rest is on you guys, but the Kestrel is an invaluable tool.
They need to have a stick with a ribbon hanging at each berm.
2 is 1, 1 is none. I always carry 2. I carry 1 on one side, 1 on the other. In case one goes down, I have a battery go down or whatever. I have the exact data on both of them. And believe it or not, with the exact data on both, there's still some variances in them.
You know, I'm surprised you guys don't have any property marking ribbons hanging from the tripods.
I did have a short piece one time, but you always fumbling.
Yeah,
We
but
matched the one guy in our
there's
stage.
always a guy
He
that
had
has
it, and every time I knew which way the wind was coming because I could feel it on the face. But just to verify, I'd look back at his ribbons, and I mean,
And Drew had asked a question earlier about, you know how you had the mountains, or those 2 berms basically. If the berms weren't there, would it be any different? That's, I don't know. The way they were, all you saw was berms, and then the targets were over here. Yes, you didn't know. You could look and try to guess, but
based off
that's probably my weakest thing is trying to
feel it.
figure
Like
out
my
where.
Kestrel said about 8 miles an hour where we were.
Yeah.
But you'd look at the flags out there.
Oh, and they're whipping.
And they were bent over. I'm like, that's got to be way more than 8.
But you have to look at the features. That comes off of that 1,200 meter sniper range.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a big open swath with no brakes or anything.
And that's what I'm saying. I relied on the Kestrel, and I should have inputted
Correct.
more.
And my experience of shooting out there before, even though, I mean, that didn't make me win. I didn't win. I mean, you won. But that right side, I've shot out there enough to know the further it gets out there, the worse it gets.
You say, if we're shooting on the right side of the range, you're going to
Yeah, what you feel is not what you're going to get down there. And there are flags down there. Believe it or not, they keep those.
Oh, there was those white ones.
It looks like a car lot flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they're just straight out, just like this. So
it was bad. Hell, it was blowing over one of the shelter tents. Gunfather's out there, welcome.
Yeah, Gunfather Precision. I did talk about aerodynamic jump, which is AJ, and that's basically wind direction. And I've drawn it once before, but I know we have a lot of new people in here. Just very simply, if you have a left to right twist, okay, and your bullet is twisting in this direction, which almost all of them have a left to right twist. If the wind is blowing this direction, okay, if it's blowing from, I don't know if it reverses when you guys are watching it. There's a difference between a 3 mile an hour blowing full value right to left than a 3 mile an hour full value left to right, okay? Going left to right, this bullet is actually going to be pushed down, and coming from right to left, the bullet's going to go up. Try to think of it as a wave trying to climb, and that's called AJ, or aerodynamic jump. And
I would have guessed the other way. That's crazy.
No, that's the way it works. But yeah, I don't know if that might be a little more advanced than what we need to get into here tonight on the channel. But yeah, good thing to bring it up, Gunfather Precision. I know he's got a lot of good content on his channel.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he shoots some long range stuff for sure.
Thanks, DW.
Yeah. What's up, Jim? Yeah, I'm just trying to keep that simple.
My brain
Headwinds,
hurts.
lower impact, tailwinds, higher impact. I have not seen that as to be the case. There's also there's a lot of studies done in shooting in heavy rains on what it does to the bullet, but honestly, I haven't seen enough of a difference. Does it affect it? They said it does. Everything affects something.
Anything and everything.
But not enough to worry about it.
What up, Elf?
Yeah, I've not. If it's a headwind or a tailwind, I don't think we just hold center.
Yeah, so Tank Frank says with ELR, so if I guess if you're shooting, 2 miles, then there would be a difference between 6 and 12 o'clock. Yeah. But for the stuff we're doing, it's not going to matter.
Some axis recoil due to twist. Same axis as the recoil due to twist.
What is up, Todd Elfster? Someone was asking about you the other night.
Yeah, they were talking about
doing well.
We talked about your annealer.
Yeah, we did. We gave you some links for your annealer. Some people were looking for it, and they were out of stock.
We told them 95% off, all that good stuff. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, we did talk about annealers though.
Any other basic thing we need to cover on the Kestrel that you utilize a lot?
I think a lot of people forget to hit direction of fire. So they do it on the first one, right?
Yeah.
When they first get there, bam. And then all of a sudden now they want to check their wind, but hell, they could be completely in a different. Because the reason why I say this is Kreidemann had said, his Kestrel had said hold 3 mils. And I'm like, what? Mine said like 3/10, so I knew something was way wrong. And
I had mentioned to him before the match started, we got his compass or his Kestrel calibrated, the direction of fire, because our first 3 stages were literally facing all in the same direction.
Yeah.
I said, but when we change,
you got to hit it again.
You need to direction of fire it and find which way the wind's coming and capture the wind. That way it knows which way the wind's blowing.
Guys, do it the same way every time. I mean, the compass calibration, you do it once. You do it when you get to the range. There's no reason to do that again while you're at the match. But if there's 10 stages, how many times are you guys going to take environmentals on a 10-stage match?
Well, there was the one that we had were really close, so I didn't do direction of fire. The wind was going to be the same.
Correct.
Yeah.
But as far as environmentals, if there's 10 stages,
I do that probably 10 times.
If there's 10 stages, you're going to do it 10 times. When you get to that stage, go ahead and spin up your environmentals, because a lot of times the temperature will change.
It only takes 10 seconds.
And it just jumped up, 10 degrees, and you didn't realize it. That 10 degrees can make a huge difference. So go ahead and do that at every stage. It only takes, like you said, 5 to 8 seconds, and you've got good updated environmentals as far as the weather.
Unless you leave it in a hot place, and then you might want to spin it up a few more seconds.
Correct.
So Joe M says, I lock my target direction at 12 o'clock, then just adjust wind direction at each stage. You could do that too, as long as you read how fast it's blowing, I guess. Well, that's kind of cool. People do it differently. You have the ability to do tons of stuff inside of that. So I don't know. I try to keep it simple, or it seems simple for me.
Yeah, Gunfather Precision said he was seeing 2 mils at 2,500 yards the other day with a 45-degree wind shift. Yeah. No, it's definitely a real thing. It's like anytime I teach a class, the first thing everyone wants to know is, the Coriolis. Don't worry about it right now, okay? That definitely comes into play, but it's not going to come into play right here, right now. You're not going to come. It's not going to be an issue for you with 22 long rifle shooting, PRS matches. The rimfire matches out to 400 or 500 yards. Don't worry about those little things. And Gordon Herbert. No, just trying to share the information, guys, just to make it easier on the guys that are just getting into it. I know a lot of people are getting into the 22 rimfire.
Gordon's one of the ones he's trying to get his gear.
It helps. Yeah, hopefully it helps.
He'll be shooting the match hopefully soon. Let's see. That wasn't FedEx. That was...
Yeah, Dick Edge just said MET. I guess he means meteorological data is key component of accuracy. I don't know if that's what he meant or not, but
matches that the stage is aimed at, not the same direction. Yeah.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Within a certain,
Well, Saturday for the one we all shot, they were aimed way different directions.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
Oh.
the actual stage, one stage where everything's not in the same direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have, especially with some of these sniper matches with blind stages, you might have one that's over here at, 220 degrees, and then you've got to swing way over here, which, you're like, man, I wonder if that's still a safe. Yeah, it's a good 180. You're good to go. I mean, it's, maybe 130 degrees, but that's completely different for your wind. So you got to take that into consideration as well.
How much crap shows up at my home. Yeah, that's what happens when we get on Amazon late at night.
Yeah, Dick says correct, Ray, an old artillery term. Yeah. Yeah, even with my data books that I typically carry with me, I will always have that armband that's going to get me close enough to hit something, or at least near. I would absolutely, and I think everybody would agree with this, a long range ELR match, 22, or a true PRS match, you would be completely lost without a Kestrel if you didn't have data.
Yeah.
How would you do it?
I don't think you could.
Yeah.
Do you confirm wind direction ever during the day throughout a match? Each time we go to a new stage,
Yeah, it's a different
windy.
location, George.
Yeah.
Well, even stage 10, the truck stage, we had that. It was the last stage of the day.
Tailwind.
We had the tailwind.
Slight right to left.
And then, yes, slight right to left. And occasionally it'll just go straight right. And it was doing all sorts of funky stuff. But mainly.
See, I thought it was going left or right on the car stage.
No, it was right to left.
Was it?
Yeah, when Ella was just killing it, it was right to left. I told her to hold right edge, and she was center punching
Maybe
all
that's
the
why I
targets.
pulled two.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
So yeah, it's very important. And then also, I never got to expand on this, but when you are used to shooting at like VOD or someplace like that, where you've got tall tree cover, they have a swirl that comes through there, the way the wind comes through, and then it turns. It starts right to left and then goes left to right the further you get out. But when you get into some of these matches where you've got big open fields or big open plains and you've got full value, everything changes. I mean, like that one stage we were holding at 400 yards. How many mils were you holding?
I missed that shit. So I was holding 3.5 and I was still off.
Yeah,
right.
no, the actual call was
Like
close to 5 mils, 5 to 6 mils to hit on that because Ella hit that. And
you got it on the last, the
it
400
was
yard.
the 400. It was that small target.
Oh God, it took me 5 shots to find that.
Yeah, it's full. It was pretty much without dialing. You were holding the full reticle width to be able to hit that target, close to it, depending on what your power was on.
Mark Hedrick's got a good question, but yeah, we do it at 200. Sometimes we do it at 200, 250, or just confirm it's good. 304.
Whoa, let me clarify this, Mark. When you say truing, are you talking about
DSF?
truing your muzzle velocity or your DSF, your drop scale factor? There's a huge difference. Don't try to do muzzle velocity truing. At those distances, you're just going to screw all your data up. So you probably were referring to DSF. What we'll do is we'll have our muzzle velocity good out to about 100, 150. And then after that, we'll start doing 200, 300, 400.
He's in DSF.
Yeah, doing the DSF.
Yeah.
You're typically going to see those numbers come up somewhere around 1 or so. 0.9s or something like that. But yes, that's exactly
Not
what we
yet,
do.
Dick. No. I was hoping Chris was going to send you some information. I actually have one. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. I'll send you Sunday's match. That's one thing too. Some people don't. Some people will send you an email of the course of fire for tomorrow. Usually they do it like the night before so you can't go practice. And then print it out so you have it. But some places will actually give you a piece of paper with all the information on it for those that forget to print it out, and it makes it nice. It makes it nice. You hide behind it. Let's see. I will be saving this video to watch tomorrow. Gunfather.
What's up, Crider Man?
A full video on data truing start to finish.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked his channel out, Gunfather Precision has some really, really good videos. If you haven't checked his channel out, definitely check it out. He has a full video on data truing start to finish, so that'd be a good place to learn instead of being impromptu like this and trying to get stuff to focus.
John Rowland says, "Good evening. Do you all have any video on shooting? What is it, left-handed or right-handed bolt gun? Oh, we got a shit ton of shooting right-handed bolt gun.
No, what he's talking about is his left-handed shooter and then working the bolt with the right hand. No, we don't have any video on that.
I think Gunfather Precision does that from doing the bench rest stuff.
Yeah, well, there you go. So Mark, no, I don't go straight out to 400 and call it good because it will never line up, especially with rimfire. Okay, because you got to remember at 400 yards, even with 30-minute of angle, you know, built into your base, or you've got the combination thereof. 400 yards, you're maxed out on your scope pretty much. So what ends up happening is if you just go out to 400 and do your DSF, your 200 is going to be off, your 300 is going to be off, and yeah, you'll be all over the place. Seaback, do you track your rimfire muzzle velocity for different temperatures? We haven't, but you should.
Yeah, we probably should.
Jeff Cobb. So, in a nutshell, calibrated compass, environmentals, target DOF, direction of fire.
Spot on. What you just said is perfect. Compass calibration, match. Bless you.
Thank you.
And at each stage, do your environmentals, target direction of fire, and then wind at each stage. And that's as much information as going to be able to help you as long as you've got a good dope card in there. It's going to take a little. Yeah, hold left edge and send it.
Actually,
that wouldn't have worked.
That's whole right edge.
So, yeah. No,
Nicholas wants to know if you can display your Voodoo build data in the Kestrel, so you don't have to send all of my friends Kestrel. LOL.
No, I've actually done that a couple times, and I think I've had my fill of that. I'll share what information that I've got on here, but I think it'd be really hard to do over a live chat.
Too bad I get the better barrel. What's an eagle eye?
I'm going to send you a video of your chamber. Too bad. So I had two barrels to choose from. One was a Douglas Double X hand select.
Yep.
And I know that's what you have. Mm-hmm. And I know yours shoots lights out.
Yep.
And I didn't choose that one because the contour is a little lighter. And so I went with
Marlin. Did you go fatter than that one?
Yeah, it's Matt's fatness.
Oh.
It's Matt's thickness. But he's telling me my chamber's not as good as yours. So it doesn't matter. As long as it shoots a minute, I'm good to go.
Yeah, because we can't hold that kind of accuracy off of a barricade. There's no way.
Calculate muzzle velocity.
Shoot a 0.1 off of a barricade. There's no way.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. I mean, that's going to be shooter error, at that point. But no, he's already starting.
Or shooter luck. One of the two.
We all need to do that craft test thing.
Yeah, we definitely need to.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. What's up, Chuck Norris? How you doing, buddy? See, I got to know Ray. I knew he was going to want thick.
Order to back up. Nice. How many people shot suppressed at the match this weekend? On our squad, there were none.
I was going to say, I don't think.
And our squad had the 5th place finisher, the 6th place finisher, the 3rd place finisher.
Second.
I know Chris Simmons does not shoot one. He came in 4th. I don't know about the other two guys that were shooting.
We had the 2nd place guy.
Yeah, we had the 2nd place guy. He wasn't shooting a suppressor. Guys, I did not want to believe it, but trust me, you're only going to be hurting yourself, and I don't care.
What's up, Daniel?
Damn things are quite enough without it.
Yeah, you don't need it, and I know it looks cool. I know it's a little quieter, but if you're trying to be serious about the game, I have yet to see somebody where we shoot the top finishers shooting with suppressors. Just not seeing it. Like I said, I didn't want to believe it either.
I'm sure there are people, but we haven't seen any.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Dick?
Chuck Norris says, give me a high five. He just ate something.
I was looking at the first place. Those guys weren't. He was on my squad. So
yeah, actually, Matt did beat Chris, but in all fairness,
yes,
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I shouldn't say this, but I am going to say it because anything man-made can break. But he had one of his scopes come in.
Brand new one.
It was brand new, and the erector tube locked up or something, and he had severe scope issues.
Even with severe scope issues, he finished I would have.
Yeah.
I would have bombed the rest of the day. My head would have been so messed
You guys
up.
are awesome. I learned more in the last 30 minutes using the Kestrel than the videos.
Thanks, Jeff. That's why I wanted to do this. And
that
I even mentioned it to Rick. I said, look, I hate to take 15 minutes, but I think it'll go a long ways for these guys that are just getting into it, because a lot of guys have been purchasing Kestrels. I do get a lot of emails about, should I get Bono? Should I get the Kestrel? You know, because that's a toss-up. What do you think? Because the SIG BDX.
Oh, don't ask me anything.
Well, the
Yeah,
SIG
you
BDX.
can't take a bipod
I
over
would
a
still.
Kestrel.
I would still. Yeah, but you guys are like only have this. I'm saying you have your phone because you already have your phone. I'm sure everybody here is not
But that
thinking
was-
about
but
buying a
that's not the
phone.
question. Kestrel or bipod? Forget the phone. Forget any
That
other.
was the question.
Yeah,
Not,
but
I want to do this.
the
No,
way-
that was the question.
The way I had received the question was he already has Straylock.
No, you read into it. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. You know what I was going to say?
Chop your head off. So
That's
anyways,
that math.
right, Jeff. I took good notes. Retired teacher. There you go, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here? Nicholas T says, any chance of doing a video on cleaning your voodoo? We tried that.
tried that and yeah, shut us down.
What solvents, brushes, and how do you avoid causing damage to the gun that will affect? You need a. Oh, let me grab one.
Nicholas, he's going to grab some stuff. One of the best cleaning videos out there for the voodoo would probably be directly from Voodoo Gunworks. They have a great video on it. But you're going to want a bore guide. BoreTech makes one for your rifle. Know if it's a Gen 1 or Gen 2.
I wouldn't clean it without a bore guide.
Yeah, you need the bore guide. I do not use a 22 cal rod. I use a 17. It's just me, okay? I use a 17, and I use the Jag from a 17, and I use a patch where I get just enough resistance. I use the BoreTech rimfire solution solvent. And basically just push it one direction, unscrew your Jag, your patch, don't draw it back through. I know it's a softer metal. There you go. There's the BoreTech bore guide.
So
It's got a hole,
depending on
Gen 1, Gen
which
2.
gen you got. This will be all the way up against. So you're
The
coming
chamber.
in from this side. You can see it's funneled. So that's where your patch and rod would start. And then right here, you can put hops or whatever clean you're putting in there. I do it prior to, I think we all do, prior to putting it in there. But then you need nylon brush, like Ray had said, and a Jag.
Don't draw it back through, unscrew it. It only takes a second. And then just pull the bare rod itself. Wipe the rod after every time you push it through the bore. Just take a rag or something and just wipe the length of the rod off. And you're just going to put a little bit of the solvent on the patch, push it through, unscrew your Jag, pull your rod back out, clean it. Take a new toothbrush, and put a little bit of solvent on it. Make sure you take your thread protector off. Make sure you get the crown area and all of that. Wipe it dry, and make sure you clean the face of basically the barrel before it goes into the actual chamber itself, and clean all that out because it gets really dirty. It's rimfire. And this is another trick that I do. I've been talking about on the channel for the last 2 years. I'm a huge fan of grease. If you live out in the desert, don't use grease. But out here, we don't live in the desert. We don't get a lot of blowing sand. And grease makes a voodoo feel like a piece of glass. These guys didn't know. And I was like, dude, you need to be using some of this grease. And I put some of the grease on there.
I got it on my center fires. I just never thought about the voodoo. And I
Yeah,
put it on
and
the
what
voodoo.
difference was it?
Man, it's a game
He was like, oh, this is a game changer. That thing's just like butter.
lightning.
That's what it feels like.
Wait till that 60 shows up. What that?
We're gonna do a little test when that 60 shows up.
Yeah, so John
Oh, I
Crichton
did some videos.
says he wish he had earplugs in the tunnel. Anytime you're in a tunnel, a tube, or a barrel shooting, put
Yeah.
ears on.
I
It
had-
doesn't matter.
I had some foamy ears for you, John, if you needed them. You're only in there for 2 shots.
What grease? The Lucas? Is it Lucas?
No, I actually
Hats haven't got
use
here
whatever grease you
You got
have.
that
I
special
use Lucas.
stuff.
I have some from one of the airlines. It's stupid expensive. It's probably just Mobile One repackaged.
Probably.
With just a light little bit on the finger, and just put it on the bolt, put it on the back side of your locking lugs, and then your cam area. That's it.
What?
The first time I ever went to use it, he's like, just get the grease out. It's in the little tiny container.
Oh, it's a tiny little jar.
It's a Motrin bottle.
I opened it up. I dipped my whole finger in
I'm
there.
like, what the
He's
heck?
like, whoa, that stuff is expensive. Put 3/4 of that back.
It's like you're not packing a bearing, dude. It's like,
What's up, Sheepball
do it.
Seki?
I didn't know any better.
Yeah. Packing bearings. That's
Boar
simple.
butter.
Oh, and then cleaning regiments about 200 rounds if you're not driving to 2 stages.
200 to
They're
250
matches.
rounds. You need to be cleaning your rimfire.
I always thought you never needed to clean them. That poor rifle over there. I mean, I clean it, but
At what distance does a silencer affect the accuracy enough to matter? I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that.
it depends on how accurate you're looking for too, because it is accurate.
Yeah, you can still shoot lights out with a suppressor.
But if you wanted
no
to
doubt about
split
it.
hairs like difference, then it probably matters.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see here. 98 watching, 74 thumbs up. Not bad. That's what about a B minus.
Yeah, anytime you clean it, do not show up at the match with a clean 22. What you want to do is once you clean it, if you cannot find the place or the time to shoot 15 to 20 rounds
Don't
out
clean
of
it.
that barrel, then don't clean it. Okay,
what I
that's
do.
the better option.
Yeah.
You have to get that bore conditioned back with the lubricant that's on the type bullet that you're using. Otherwise, your groups are going to be.
Mine are awful.
His are, horrid. His first 5 shots are probably a minute or an inch at 50 yards.
And it looks like buckshot.
Yeah, it's like this, then it just goes boink, and just tightens right back up. Mine's not quite as bad. Mine shoots a little bit to the left, but then it'll come back to center.
That's honestly the probably the most-
VFG pellets for cleaning will change your life.
Yeah.
VFG pellets for cleaning?
I think it's those like pellet patches or something.
Was it like a packing that you send through the?
Yeah,
Or-
it's like you, instead of the patch, if it's the same thing we're talking about, you see them like at
Oh, there's those little screw-in pellets that go in there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually tried those, and I got so many patches stored away.
You got a
take them off.
bazillion. Yeah.
Barrel beats.
I'm working on my unsupported right now. I suck at. That's when you get humbled. I mean, you do the whole prone thing, you get really good at it, and then you stand up. And then you're like, what the hell happened?
You were horrible at unsupported in the beginning.
That is what they
That was like
recommend
your nemesis.
with the
Mhm.
voodoo.
That was your kryptonite.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I've never seen him so angry.
Oh, he had me out there shooting.
Oh,
a little
unsupported?
tiny
Oh, yeah.
standing,
Oh,
kneeling.
it's
God,
So,
Caitlin was
I
out
hate
there, and
that.
she was just laughing.
I couldn't hit the
Hey,
ball.
were you excited when he brought home a big old 48-foot red trophy?
I was very proud and excited for Ren.
I was excited for him.
Yeah, me too. You shot strong.
You shot really strong. I was watching the video footage trying to get that video out, and I'm like,
My
man.
hair. But I think the first 2 guys, they were 70, 79, 79, 78.
Huh?
That was how the points finished out.
Yeah.
Hits.
What first place? How many did first place drop?
I don't know. I just know first and second were tied for 79.
70, wasn't it?
Out of what?
79. 79 hits.
Out of you don't know.
It doesn't say.
This last match on Sunday, the guy dropped 1. I shot strong, man. I mean,
Yeah, you've been shooting strong.
Yeah,
but
you
I mean,
bet.
like my score would have been a good score. But the guy that got first,
Where you started and where you're at,
The
you're-
guy that
you've
got
been in
first,
the top 5, top 10
he dropped.
consistently.
he dropped 1.
I know.
So
That's
did Matt win a trophy? Hell yeah, Sheeball. Show Sheeball Seki.
70. What was I looking at?
It was 70 and 70. These guys always argue with me.
Then what was I looking at?
First and second place were 70 and 70. And you are in 69 was you. So you dropped one more point. And you would have been top.
Well, it's the same as whatever I was looking at, 79, 79, 78. Whatever the hell I was looking at. That's what it
Yeah, I don't
said.
know.
Yeah,
what
but
you're
didn't
looking
you
at.
guys have the fastest speed stage on that one?
Race.
I had the fastest.
I know
like,
you
by
had
a
the
long
fastest,
shot.
but you were way up there.
Yeah, I was up there. But that wind had me really. Once it was just that left edge and, well, roughly left edge.
Ken West says they're a felt pellet. You get them from Choice Champion. I was using a silencer at the NRL 22.
She-Ball,
He wants to see the
I
trophy.
haven't got those stickers yet. These guys won't give them to me.
Ray has
They
them.
said
What's that?
Hey, show him the cool trophy you got, buddy. He just got here. Yeah, you're gonna pull your back. Look at that damn thing. It's cool as hell.
it's a weapon.
It is a weapon. We were trying to
I saw the
put it in the back of the
trophies.
truck. I was like, I don't know if I have a bed that big.
Whatever. Dick.
That's cool, man. It's better in your
So
alley.
for those that might have joined late, there's quite a few more people in here.
Yeah, way better in the
If
alley.
you back up a little bit, we went over some things with the Kestrel on what you should do when you get to the match, direction of fire, how to get your wind reading, and then also how to back up that data onto your phone so that when you do an update, you don't lose it.
Cleaning.
Or if you have a buddy that has one, send the profile to his, do your update, do all the updates on everything, and then that way he's got it, and then he can delete it afterwards. But at least you've got a backup.
Yeah, because when you lose everything,
It's gone.
it sucks. Like
Oh.
all my Tika stuff's gone.
And it was spot on, too.
Oh God, that was
Yeah.
so amazing.
She-Ball, the stickers did arrive. They just transferred hands, and we've been so go. We just haven't had the time to.
Yeah, they were on
Slow down.
Ella's rifle.
They're on Ella's,
She's
yeah.
sporting
And I'm
those.
running one on both sides now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have them with you?
Hey, somebody goes, "Are you
They're at the
Korean?"
house.
He goes,
Okay.
"Are you Korean?" I'm no. He's like, "You got a Korean flag on your thing." I'm yeah, I know. A friend of mine sent me those. I had to. I'm like, "Don't worry about it." All right, I got to shoot now.
You have a firefighter hat on.
No, there's the writing.
Oh, the writing's in
Yeah,
Korean.
yeah.
He said
Gotcha.
flag.
Ah, okay.
I did say flag. You know what? You guys get double shot. Good.
Thomas Rowland says he'll be in North Carolina in 30 minutes.
North Kakalaki.
Nice. It needs a bottle.
YouTube
opener on
sees you
It is a
holding
bottle opener.
the trophy and shuts you down. Yeah, that's a weapon. Let's see. Rocking the kneeler yet.
Catch a griffin
Huh?
claw to the side of the neck.
And then, of course, the woman's got to say, "We need a bigger house now."
Yeah, all the
We
gun
need a
parts
bigger
and
house.
pieces and.
I'm sure there's room in your closet. You could keep it in there.
She-Ball Sicky. There you go. There's Ella's rifle. Big thanks to She-Ball for sending that out. There it is.
That's right. Stop. Hashtag stop Asian hate, Rick.
Stop Asian hate, Rick.
Should have pulled that card.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
so
a, that's a
funny.
thing.
Oh, that's what I should have said. Yeah. YouTube.
You're gonna get your live chat cut off for.
Yeah, gonna be hate speech.
You got two
I know.
Koreans on this thing. Part Korean.
That's usually what happens.
For
I'm
you
just,
guys that
I'm-
don't know, he's part Asian as well.
Yeah.
Korean, same thing.
her rifle teal ? I thought it was supposed to be pink. She changed her mind.
No,
bought
she actually went with
Tiffany.
she went with Tiffany Blue, and I guess you didn't hear She-Ball Sicky. She actually got top youth, finished 6th place, and beat myself and Rick. Beat our pants off.
Like whooped us.
Yeah, finished 6th overall in the open division, and
She had a really good coach though.
yeah, but I haven't worked with her that much, but I'm going to.
Dude, she got on that
She
spinner
doesn't even
stage.
shoot. Hardly
I
ever.
know.
That
I
spinner
don't want to
stage.
push her. I want her to do it because she wants to do it, and I'm not going to be that dad. It's like, you need to go out there and practice.
Get
You
out there.
Listening to me, at
Oh,
Oh,
you're-
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What?
You're hey,
The spinner stage.
yes.
She ran that thing lightning fast
She did. She did.
and made all hits.
Yeah, which
So I think right now, I think she in PRS Rimfire, she's second in lady division, which she's not going to get first on that because Sarah's dominating.
she's
that.
kicking
She's actually
center
second
fire
place.
ass.
Yeah, she's actually second place overall in the open. Sarah's a great shooter. She shot on our squad,
She's fun to shoot with.
and then Ella's
She
in
is cool.
second
Very
place
cool.
for junior for Atlantic Coast Division. So,
I tell you what, when Sarah's fiance's son starts shooting,
oh yeah, he's going to be a terror.
whew, he's gonna freaking be good. Hello, lucky sticker. Luckily, stickers.
No giveaways, Daniel. That's her channel.
I don't know if you can do Tiffany blue. A little colorblind.
No, it's fine. No, she loves the sticker. It works great. She's got some spare ones, and we definitely appreciate it. We're all sporting them except for I got to get Matt his.
Yeah.
He keeps leaving stuff. I mean, he left his game changer.
Oh, yeah, he's
I
out
had
of
him
control.
going so
It's
bad.
like having another damn kid around.
I told
the
him,
house.
he's like, have you seen my game changer? And I was like, no. Oh, yeah, it's in my back of my truck. And so he calls me when we're headed up to the match. He's like, did you grab my game changer? I was like, no, I forgot it.
Whoa. That's not the truth.
Okay, then what was it? Oh, you called me. I said the night before.
You're like,
What's up, Brandon?
I'll
Butler?
pack it. I got you. And then on the way, I was like, hey, don't forget to grab that game changer. Thanks. Ray's like, I already left the house, Dick.
Yeah. I didn't
So he
bring
gets
it.
all the way to the match, and I throw it to him.
I had to deal with him
Oh, no, he's always
for
leaving
4
stuff.
hours.
So
He didn't say much.
I take his butt back home,
He didn't
and
say
I get out, and
anything
I'm
about
like, oh, he left his freaking sunglasses in here. So I've been sporting these nasty Maui gym thingies and
Ray-Bans.
You sure they?
the Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should have thrown them out the window.
Rick's got the Maui's.
I got the Maui's.
He big money though. He can
Yeah.
afford them Maui's.
Old 360 over here.
360.
Oh, that's right. You got the 360 going.
Not yet. Oh, look, Jerry Parker's posting up Mini X's shooting
Thank
channel.
you, Jerry. Dang, you're quick.
We need to do a speed run when you get that thing in.
You just need to worry about you. That's what
No,
need to
you
worry
shoot
about.
your 90, time it.
It's
shoot
not
your
about the.
60
It's
time.
not about the timing.
But that's not what you said a minute ago. You're like, I'm
I'm just talking smack. That's all. You know what? You're doing a good job. I'm gonna elbow
What's
you
up,
in the
Bill?
forehead.
Bill's in here.
Bill Sweeney.
So,
Actually,
Mr. Sweeney.
He killed it. He came in like 11th at that match on Sunday.
He did good.
Yeah, he did
He
really,
did really
well.
good.
Have you talked
Come
about
around.
that?
I think I haven't talked about that match.
Shit, you know,
Get on it.
I want to hear about it.
You want to hear about it?
Mhm.
Okay. So it all started Sunday. No, it was a great match. The facility, I'm still impressed, super impressed about that facility.
I heard this weekend's facility is supposed to be even better.
Even better. I don't know. I
You
mean, I
guys are
bet it
looking for a
is.
match.
Yeah, get over to Kettlefoot. And for some reason, there's only like, what'd you say, 14 people?
There wasn't a ton of people signed up when I checked it today, but it's
Yeah, I
in
don't know what the
Bristol,
hell.
Virginia / Bristol, Tennessee. So if you're in the area, come and shoot it. I've heard
shoot it.
it's supposed to be a great venue.
Yeah, I think, Coker was saying that they held some big event out there, or we're going to.
Yeah, like one of the big major
Yeah,
ones.
it's like it's a nice facility.
So guess what I looked at today?
Camper.
A little tiny camper.
He actually guessed it. I already knew the answer.
We already talked to them. They looked at the same dang camper.
About a year and a half ago, 2 years
Oh,
ago.
gotcha. When looking to purchase Bino rangefinder, would you all go with the Vortex 5000 HD or the 5000 HD ABs? I have not even had a chance to look through those.
John Bristol match is Sunday.
It's Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. We talked about it today, and I think we're going to leave Sunday morning because it's only 2 hours, and that way we don't have to do the hotel or anything else. Go up there, shoot the match, and then come back. It starts at 8 o'clock, so if we leave by like 5, that should give us plenty of time for ciders and everything. So, yeah, I think that's the plan.
Sweetie spending the night Saturday.
Gotcha.
Slumber
LZUSA,
party?
can you save the Kestrel settings to the cloud? I'm not sure if you can or not. I haven't figured that out. Lance, no experience with those Vortex Bino rangefinders. But I will tell you, as much as I'm not a huge fan of SIG optics, they did do the right thing on that
We've
SIG BDX
used those
3000.
BDXs
They're
a
solid.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
All right, what else? Anything? Matt Cross found 1,000 rounds of 5.56 online. It's a miracle. I'd hate to know what those cost.
Probably
1,000
12,000.
rounds, $1,000.
Let's try to guess. Yeah, I would say like
Yeah, Ken,
1,100
I'm gonna
bucks.
have to agree with Ken there. Those BDXs, they're hard to beat for the money, and you can find them on sale for about $800.
So what are you getting over the what are you getting with the Vortex over the BDXs?
I haven't used
He
them.
was
I don't
just
know.
asking about the rangefinder, the new one, I guess the Fury or whatever. Not the
warranty?
Fury, it's the one that has the that will link up to the Kestrel.
Mhm.
It will show you your wind hold in there. It will range out to 5,000 yards, which is considerably more than the. Look, I don't need to range anything at 3,000 yards. We don't do that kind of shooting. So yeah, the SIGs kind of fit the bill, and I think the new Vortex that does have the applied ballistics link, I think it's 1,400.
Kreidemann will drag his fifth wheel to Bristol.
What?
He says he's
What?
got a 36 foot.
Yeah, he's got a 36 foot.
Carter, you know you can't tow that thing at 95 miles an hour. Right?
I'm sure he can.
That's something. Hey, so we all left the match, right? Sunday's match. And it was Sweeney, he's in his truck, mom and mine. And so Kreidemann takes off first. And I'm probably, I don't know, 30 seconds behind him. Get out on the thing. I'm like, going down the road. I'm like, where is this guy at?
And he welded your door shut past you, didn't he?
No, I never saw him.
No, you're not going to see him.
No, I knew that. That was like, so I call him. I go, I got an idea. Now I'm finally on the interstate, mile this, mile that kind of deal. Well, what exit are you at?
I'm home.
Pretty much. I was like, holy hell. Let's see.
Hey, Joaquin.
About time for a buttermilk chicken biscuit with mustard. Actually sounds good. I'm actually starving. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
What? No pork chop tonight?
Oh,
Yeah, Dick Hedges said he found 140 ELD for $49.99. The review that I never released that I'm probably not going to release, gentleman paid $67 a box.
For 20?
For 20 rounds, and he bought 3 boxes. I was like, that is insane. He goes, what choice do I have? He just bought a brand new 6.5 Creedmoor Bergara. I was like, I hear you,
That's
buddy.
a lot of money. Better be accurate.
Trying to catch up on
Oh,
comments.
$750 shipped, but it's really good stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh,
That's expensive. Holy crud.
that is expensive.
Black Hill 77 TMK cost me half that much.
Dick Hedges says, oh my gosh.
Mm.
What up, Skunk Ape? Let's see. I'm looking for a little 77 Sierras.
Crazy. I don't see it getting better anytime soon.
Mm.
No, even the market's gone to shit. Along with most of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Guy in my town is selling them for $80 a box. Holy hell. Really? 80 bucks?
Somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy it.
That's the problem. People keep buying it, so they keep.
That's it, Matt. When you need it, you need it. Somebody will buy it.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had commented quite a few chats ago was if you're a new shooter, you have no ammo, and you got a pistol, and you only need a couple boxes per se to protect your house with something, right?
A couple boxes.
People are gonna.
Just need a mag.
Well, that, right? They're gonna pay a stupid amount of money.
Yeah. Or
Just for
know
one
somebody,
box.
I guess.
Gun broker selling Hornady.
What?
Oh, shit.
What? That is crazy.
Did you say what?
I said, what?
Oh my goodness. $30 today. Should have bought it. Even though I don't have a 6.5. Yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to buy stuff that you don't have. Can't email you, Matt Cross. Don't have your email. What else we got? We got an hour and a half yet? Nope.
If any of you guys are into 3-gun, or if you have some ammo for 3-gun, there is a 3-gun match at Old Fort. It is almost sold out. I think it's going to be their second 3-gun match ever. There's going to be some strong players out there.
Yeah,
Lawrence will be out there, and yeah, he shoots for F1 Firearms, and then you've got Willis is going to be out there. He shoots for Lead Star now, and then I'm just going to have fun.
Sexton shooting it?
Mm-mm. No.
How about Yang?
Yes, Yang will be there. That whole group will be there.
Okay.
Last video, guys, you talked about slings. What slings do you guys use? We don't really use them that much for 22. However, on these positional stages, a sling will help build a position, whether it's seated or whether it's prone. It'll definitely help you. So in those, what I'm typically taking is something that is like a Turner saddlery sling that has the hooks on it. Of course, you could use just a standard cuff style sling or anything like that will work, but it's just another support for you. Lance Ollie said he saw a guy pay $64 for a box of 380. I know a guy by the name of John that paid like $80 for a box of 9.
Yeah. At the WNC freaking gun show.
Yep. I said, dude, you should have called me.
Don't pay $200 a box.
What else? Anything else? Any good key points for newer people starting off on ELR 22?
No, I just got to work on putting that stupid video out.
Go out, shoot your first match.
Yeah, just go sign up and shoot it.
Be hooked.
You will be hooked. I don't think people understand how fun and enjoyable 22 long rifle shooting is. I was watching a video, I think it was today. Can't remember what channel it was. Guy was super excited just how crazy fun shooting 22 was.
Yeah, just be careful that you don't get burned out on it. I mean, anything will get old after a while. I don't care what it is. I don't care how wild your imagination is. After so long, it becomes boring. Not boring. I'm just saying it gets old. And I think Matt and I are both starting to get there about now. That's why I'm shooting this 3-gun event. I'm still going to continue to do it. But for me, it's a little different because I got Ella. I can bring her along the way.
Oh, yeah, watching her shoot.
I get more enjoyment out of that. But I think hitting so many matches in such
short amount
of time every single weekend, I mean, it takes me back to the days when I was doing all the sponsored shooting for 3-gun and everything else. I don't want to get back to that. I don't want to seem like it's like that. I'll lose the fun. Just got to be careful with that. What did it for you? Same thing?
Stratus 27, good find there, buddy.
Kinda. I think all the matches back to back to back to back. Stuff with work changed. It's just need maybe a little bit of a
My work schedule changed.
You will meet a great group of people. Yeah, Bill Sweeney says it well. Don't wait to shoot. You will meet a great group of people.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to shoot it without these guys. You know, Bill, Kreiderman, Rick,
Which would you
Ray,
guys recommend?
everybody.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I had a great time.
It makes it that much better shooting with a great group of people, friends.
It always seems like when we practice the day beforehand, it always seems to run smoother at the match.
Kinda, yeah.
Interesting to see lightweight instead of heavy in the rifle. She can't,
Thanks, Andy. But you have to remember, for somebody that's 100 pounds holding a rifle that's, let's say, and I don't even know what the weight of a rifle is, as light as I can pretty much get it at this point. But I mean, her holding a rifle that's 11 pounds, it would probably be the equivalent of us. We're all about 180, except for Big Kahuna back there, and that's like us holding a 25-pound rifle. So, I mean, it's really tough for her to manipulate. I had to do
Who the
that.
hell is he talking to?
You, Big Kahuna.
Yeah, there you go. Give him a karate chop.
Yeah.
Wasn't enjoying going to a match by yourself, trying to get a shooting partner. 2 more years for my son. Yeah. Actually,
No, that would be cool, Kenny. Getting your son involved in the competition side of things.
Yeah,
like a
you have a blast with it.
father-son type, or a team match would be cool too.
Time to pass the torch.
yeah. Actually, we got to shoot
Oh,
with
you didn't pass that torch. She snatched that torch. out
She
here.
did.
yeah, especially Saturday. Said, get your butt out of the way. No, it was fun to watch her do so well.
And she got it. I think you said something. She said, I got it. Like,
She did. She said, I got it.
I got
was
it.
like, "Okey-dokey."
It's like, all right. It was cool. It was cool to
Oh, I
see
said,
her.
don't forget to dial your dope. And she said, I got it. And she had already dialed it.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep her. Oh, is there a minimum age to shoot at these matches?
I thought for the NRL there wasn't.
8.
8?
8.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 8 years old.
He hit 20 or 20. Yeah, he's a good shooter. I've seen him shoot. I think it's about, I'll think about it, Matt. I was supposed to take a few folks shooting. Not sure how many. Might have to be sacrificed for the cause. Keep you in mind.
Jeff Cobb, I've never figured out how to get E-Dope to work with my Kestrel with Link. I haven't been able to do it. Honestly, didn't spend a whole lot of time with it because for me, it's easier to put the stages in my phone, just send it, and it's done. It's that easy. I do want to show you guys this. And what he's talking about is the E-Dope card. It uses e-paper. The app looks, it actually just says E-Dope. And when you click on it,
I like the painter's tape.
hold on.
I've got this
I do too.
privacy screen on here. So what I do is when the match director sends the information the night before, a couple days before, then what I'll do is let's clear this and we're going to load. Here's all the stages from that match. And I go ahead and put all the yardages in here. So let's go to stage 9. It was a holdover only stage. And so there it is with the dope. Sorry. Crap. Anyway, let me load another one. Hold on. Those were some of the wind holds for that match right there. So it was a 100, 200, 300, and there was the elevation, and then those were start points for the hold. So 2.5 mils at 300. So it's that easy, and I don't have to do any writing with a marker or anything like that.
What was the maximum SRP for production? For what?
Depends.
NRL or PRS?
Yeah, that's it, Brandon. It depends.
Actually, it's both of those.
Yeah. And outlaws will be different. Outlaw
Yeah,
might not
they
adhere
can
to
make
those
it whatever
numbers,
you
but
want,
yeah,
huh?
you got 1050 and you have 1500. It just depends on if it's NRL or if it's PRS.
Oh, Andy says, where'd it go? Damn, it jumped up. Oh, what I meant is I don't have to. You don't have to go too heavy with 22 LR, but you do on center fire to help with recoil. Yeah. I prefer a laser rangefinder over a Kestrel. As for me, knowing the exact range to the target is the first thing. We can always use your phone for weather and ballistic. If you have service, you can.
Now, the laser rangefinder is definitely a thing for us. We use that as well. It would be hard to put an order, once you got the rifle and ammunition as to what's more important. Is it more important to have the rangefinder, the Kestrel, your data card, use a wristband? I mean,
Well, it
there's
kind
so
of
many
depends on who
things.
your shooting buddy is. Like, say you had, because for a long time you had the rangefinder, you had the binos, you had the spotting scopes, and it was more important for like me and Matt to get stuff that like a Kestrel. Or
Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Tree Fella, and the reason is that most of the matches, I'm going to say 90+% of the matches, the yardages are pretty spot on. Now,
John
three
Cole's
matches ago,
they
they varied on 1 or 2 stages by
John
about
Cole.
a yard or more. I mean, that one was like 10 yards,
It was a lot.
and it was quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I think the stage prop got moved or
What up,
something.
Gamma Mill?
But the last 2 matches, John's
He
and
was
frontline defense, they were spot on.
spot on.
So if he puts it in print, and there's going to be enough people to verify it, because
I think you guys stopped checking. at
What up,
Liberty.
+5?
You're just like,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's the
he's
same
money.
thing. That's the same thing I did
If he
Sunday.
put that kind of effort into his match, he put that kind of effort into the ranges. So.
Yeah, Kenny said it as well. Phones overheat. They run out of battery. Kestrel's more reliable.
Actually, the guy that ran Sunday's stage is actually the guy in charge of PRS for Atlantic,
Really?
the main dude or whatever.
Okay.
That's cool.
Ryan Berg says he's got some Terrapins, some old Terrapins. Yeah, those are good.
What's up,
For
Josh?
sure.
Josh is out there. What up,
Plus
Josh?
5.
Oh yeah. What's up? +5.
Gamma Mill says his were spot on. I had run up. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
ran up and down those stairs. Guys, this wasn't just a few stairs. It was a lot of
like a
stairs.
whole bunch of
Yeah, looking forward to shooting your match again this year.
like
You
10,
have it.
10 stories. Point of aim is in the house.
Which match are y'all talking about?
Snipers unknown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Gamma
Yeah,
Mill
Gamma
said that he
Mill.
gave us asthmas on some of the stages.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you're in a metal building, you're in a concrete metal building. Your watch isn't gonna work, right? And
Yeah, no, that was perfect, Gamma Mill, because I don't know if you know this, but once you gave everybody the azimuth, they were inside of the holding area trying to figure out which way the azimuth was, and it was like, dude, it's not going to work in here.
didn't work
well.
for me. Yeah. How do you get azimuths from a target? How do you do back azimuth?
Had to do back azimuths
Oh,
from the
had,
targets.
oh yeah, that's just freaking cheating. Targets at the target metal was crazy. Yeah, that was a fun match.
Yeah.
You guys ever get a chance to shoot that Snipers Unknown match?
I haven't shot one yet.
That'll be fun. Maybe you and I shoot it this year.
You guys
I've never
You
partnered.
shooting
I've
with
never.
Molly again? We've never partnered.
I've
I'm
never
not-
partnered.
No, I'm
with
not shooting with
the
Malone.
X thing.
I need to get damn knucklehead Kenny out here.
Yeah, Kenny
Yeah.
needs to come out and shoot a match with all of us.
He
Yeah,
wants
it's supposed to
to.
be coming back and forth to Georgia.
Let's go. Yeah, that'd be cool. Huh? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be coming down to see his sister or something in Georgia and shoot a match with
I
us.
thought
but-
she was in like South Carolina or something.
No, Georgia is what he said.
Georgia. Joe, what the hell?
Oh, did you tell him about the peach cobbler we got?
Peaches and cream.
No, that's the name of the
That's
place.
this
we stopped.
place.
But we got homemade peach cobbler with vanilla ice
It
cream.
was so good.
Hey, take the front seat, man.
Come on, Matt. Tell him about this
Your
peach
turn to
cobbler.
drive.
I don't want to drive.
Yeah, you're in charge of driving. Right now, we're parked on the side of the road. Come on, let's go before we get in a traffic accident.
Well, that's where we're gonna stay. It's on the side of the
Actually,
road.
we're a male. This would be a male man or woman vehicle. Because I would be having the steering wheel. Ray's stretching his back. Crack, snap, hook. All right, I think we done yapped long enough. Don't do it.
We have a lot of fun when we go on these matches, for the most part.
But do we?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's just a joke. Yes, we do have a lot of fun.
So that damn
What
place.
is
Where were we?
You only get to go through this world once.
Lawrenceburg.
Lawrenceburg.
Yeah.
Laurenburg.
Laurenburg. Yeah, that was a
Man.
stuff hole right there.
Drug deals.
Get yourself some crack. Cars in and out of there. Why is the driver on the left? Yeah, exactly, Matt Cross. We're in the postal van right now. We're in one of them Jeeps with the jacked up steering wheel. All right. Well, hopefully you guys have a great night. Hopefully you learned something. Ow!
Oh,
Man, I think I got a leak again.
drive time from Asheville to Kettlefoot is an hour and a half.
Not from where we're at. We're not in Asheville.
Bill Sweeney,
Bill.
if you're you still spending the night, save you about 2 hours. That hair is getting
Thanks,
long.
Otter. We appreciate it.
So, little wifey over there, what do you think of Matt's hair?
I like it.
Oh, he's got locks. He's got locks.
It's got to get cut off.
You know, we can do that right
we
now,
can take care of
live.
that right. Oh,
We ain't doing that live.
right now.
Come on.
Come on, sharp objects. Sharp objects.
This is
Kill the
bad.
live chat.
This is bad. All right. You guys have a good one. We're out of yes, I will. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. All right.
Sleep over at Ricky's on Friday.
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's gonna make a whole week.
It's Saturday.
I'll donate to Clippers, Matt Cross.
Bang.
Got nobody. All
Got some money because I just got paid.
right.
Night,
Microtech
everybody.
in the house.
Always got a microtech.
There's probably 3 of them in here.